Sox and Mariners as we open up the home portion of the 2007 schedule before a jam-packed house here at Fenway. Hello and welcome to our new look Yankee Way stage, everyone. Crowd's a little pumped up. Tom Caron along with Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley, and so many improvements to the ballpark, improvements to our NESN stage, but maybe most importantly, improvements to the team. We've seen Matsuzaka, Lugo, and Drew. So far, it's been a fun team to watch.
It is, and I think it's a nice thing to have. They've been on the road for 6 games, hoping that they'd come home nicer weather. But this opening day is like no other. I mean, I think it's gotten to the point around Fenway Park that every day is opening day. I mean, it's like this all the time. You wouldn't really know it was opening day or not. But for me, years ago, I opened up here in '77 with the Indians, opposing team. I pitched against Fergie Jenkins, and the following year I got traded to the Red Sox and then pitched on this side of it. So it's a lot more intimidating starting like being with the Seattle Mariners than it was being with the Red Sox.
Especially for a Mariners team that hasn't played since Wednesday. They had that whole weekend series snowed out in Cleveland. No snow today, though it's probably cold enough to snow, but there's no precipitation. On the show here, we'll have Nick Cafardo on stage, Major League Baseball notebook from the page of the Boston Globe. The president and CEO of the Red Sox, Larry Lucchino, will join us. We'll also have all the opening day ceremonies. Right now we begin with the top of the order. The latest news as the Red Sox take the field at home at last. They say hope springs eternal on opening day, and that's especially true in New England, where the start of the baseball season means that, yes, indeed, there is an end in sight to this cold weather. That, despite the fact that we'll have trouble getting out of the low 40s for this game today as the Red Sox get ready to take on the Mariners. It is the team's third home opener already. The Red Sox lost in KC. They lost in Texas on those teams. Home openers, but they're hoping to change that trend against a Seattle team that did indeed lose all 4 of its games over the weekend. A number of new players that will be taking part in their first ever home Fenway opener as a member of the Red Sox. You can guess they are just as eager to get things started as the Red Sox fans are.
Man, I feel a little, I have the butterflies right now. I'm glad to be here, get this out of the way, because the first one is kind of tough, for everyone. So especially for me, it's going to be my first one here. So we're looking forward to have a good one.
And of course, we'll have live coverage of all the traditional opening day ceremonies, the introductions of the lineups. Another tradition here at Fenway Park, certainly over the last 6 opening days, is the looking at the improvements made around the ballpark. No different this year, as a number of projects were completed, some of them just hours ago, as the off-season work has come to a fruition, and there are indeed many changes here at the ballpark.
We're in year 6 improvements, and like previous years, it will come down to the wire to get them all done. I think that the fans, as has happened for the last several years, they come out on opening day and they're eager to look around. They're curious to see what's new and different and better and more comfortable. And I don't think they'll be disappointed this year.
Fenway Park celebrates its 95th season this summer, and an ongoing facelift to the grand old ballpark continues. One of the biggest changes this year will be a new deck behind the third base seats.
The thing that our fans will most appreciate is that we got permission from the city, the state, and the Landmarks Commission to take down the wall behind the third base concourse and created this nice big open area that's got new concessions, new standing rooms, places with drink rails for several hundred people to stand. It'll make it easier to get up and down the stair to Lansdowne. And maybe the best part of this is that after 95 years, we finally built a ladies' room.
The Sox have also updated many of the luxury suites and spent $1 million renovating the press box to accommodate the additional crunch of Japanese media surrounding Daisuke Matsuzaka. And then there are the new bleachers.
In honor of the 67 team and Tony Conigliaro, for this year in the 40th anniversary celebration, we've installed some new bleacher seats down the right field line. They're called Conigliaro's Corner for a couple of reasons. One, they're in right field, his old position. 2, the tickets cost $25, his old number. And the idea was there should be some effort made, albeit a small one, to add more seats that are affordable.
Improvements to the ballpark, improvements on the field, and the homecoming at last of Tina Servasio. Welcome back to Boston, Tina.
Oh, it's great to be back, Tom. Happy home opener, and it's also great to be back here inside Fenway Park on the infield. Joining me right now from the Boston Globe is Jackie McMullen, and here we are, Jackie, another home opener.
Yep.
Another chilly one, unfortunately.
I was gonna say, you're lying. It's cold out here.
It is cold, but it's great to be here, but it's cold. But today we're getting ready for the home opener ceremonies, and how inspiring is it that the 1967 Impossible Dream Team is here, and they're all going to be introduced for all of the ceremonies and festivities to get going?
Well, I think it's terrific because baseball was reinvented here in Boston in 1967. That's when it got everybody going again. It got everybody excited again. I mean, I was 7 years old. I can remember riding home on the bus with Henry, the bus driver, listening to all those games because they were during the day, the playoff games. Yes, Jim Longborg, all those guys. That's really what started, to me, the modern era of Red Sox baseball and set the standard for all these teams that have come after.
The Red Sox went to great lengths to get this team together, to have this ceremony. Harry Connick Jr. is singing. First of all, why the importance of having such a big production? And do the Red Sox have one of the biggest productions when it comes to their home opener?
I think they do. And I mean, I think, again, the 67, the Impossible Dream season, nothing was expected of that team. They took it as far as you could go without actually winning the World Series. And see, back then, it was okay not to win the World Series because of the whole circumstances of that special team. You know, it was different in 86, of course, and then they finally win it in 2004. But I just think if you talk to people of my generation and people that are a little bit older than me, because I was only 7, that's, if they talk about the greatest time of their lives with Red Sox baseball, it goes right back to that team with Rico Petrocelli and all those guys on it.
And maybe it'll catch on with this year as well. Jackie,
Sure.
Good seeing you here
Nice
on the home
Tina.
opener.
Thank you.
We'll send it back out to our beautiful new stage on Yawkey Way.
Thank you very much, Tina. The Sox are back in Boston. Start your weekend early with Friday Night Fenway, presented by Team Sully Mack. I'll be here along with Jim Rice and Tina at 5:30 for 30 more minutes of live action from in and around the ballpark as the gates open and the weekend begins. Be here at 5:30 next Friday and join us every home Friday for Friday Night Fenway. And join us in a couple of moments, Jerry Remy here at Rem Dogs on Yawkey Way, making his way up onto the new stage as opening day coverage continues.
Introducing the all-new Dodge Avenger.
Commence heat-seeking missile test.
With a heated cup holder. .5-liter V6. And ESP with all-speed traction control. Oh, did we mention the cup holder also cools? The all-new Dodge Avenger.
Hey, Les.
What's up? It's Tom.
Hi, Vince.
It's Tom.
Hi, Dave.
Felipe.
Hi, Xavier.
Hello, Harry.
Hey, Floyd.
What up, Steve-O?
What up, Ken?
How's it going, Jebediah?
It's Tom.
Double brewed iced coffee in your favorite flavors, served just the way you like it. Come on, who knows you better than Dunkin' Donuts? America runs on Dunkin'.
Stop by Dunkin' Donuts today and add one of our 9 delicious flavors to your coffee free.
Who we are, who we will always be. All the things you like to share, and all the roads that take you there. Every day it will change on your way. 1 mile at a time. Every day it will change on your way. 1 mile at a time.
If you owe over $10,000 to the IRS or state, call American Tax Relief for a free consultation. We've helped thousands of Americans settle their tax debt for a fraction of what they owed.
Once we hired American Tax Relief, the IRS stopped contacting us. That was an immediate relief.
And they settled our tax debt for a fraction of what we owed.
If you owe over $10,000 to the IRS or state, we can help you settle for less, maybe a lot less.
Call 800-294-1563 for your free consultation.
Opening day of the 1967 season was a chilly 40 degrees, which might explain the smallest opening day crowd since 1953. 2 days later, the impossible 1967 season and its star produced one of its endearing moments.
Roar winds. Here it comes. Fly ball to deep left. Yastrzemski is going hard. Way back, way back. And he dives.
Knew I couldn't get through it unless I dove. And I just dove and stuck out my glove and ball went in.
The scoreboard tells the story. The pitch to Howard, hit into right field. It's a base hit, and the no-hit try is broken up.
That was the start of our year-long look back at the 1967 Impossible Dream Red Sox. They'll be honored here today during the opening day ceremonies beginning in just about 20 minutes. And today, for the first time, we are joined live on stage by Jerry Remy, and it's neat that they're honoring that 67 team. You know, talking about the opening day of 67 here, 8,200 fans, and now we're talking about a sellout streak closing in on 400. None of this is here without that season.
Well, for me, Tom, you know, that was the team that I love the most in Red Sox history. That includes the championship team because I was growing up. I was, I think, 14 years old, 15 years old, and nothing's what is expected of that club all year long. And in those days, it was sit by the radio, listen to the games. Weekend games were on TV, and just to follow that magical, you know, journey all year long was amazing. Of course, Yastrzemski, the last Triple Crown winner in '67. So, I mean, that I'm really looking forward to that as much as I am the Red Sox game today, because these are guys that, you know, will always stand out in my mind as people that I'll never forget, and they really are responsible, I think, for what we have here today, you know, in a small way. You know, we played on teams in the late 70s that were very, very good. But this place was dead. Nobody came to games until then, and even it was toward the end of the year. You know, that's when they started filling up and believing in the team. They changed the whole culture of the area for baseball.
You know, they've made a lot of switches this year. I mean, you know, the last game they played, you know, everybody's been talking about Papelbon for the last couple of days. You have an off day here, and everybody just talks about whatever happened in the last game, and they go off. You know, all of a sudden we have nobody to get to Papelbon. I mean, it's not a good situation to have to bring him in like that. It's one thing pitching in the 8th inning, but it's another thing with a tying run at third. You really can't make any mistake. And, you know, he goes out there and punches out one of the toughest hitters in the league, Michael Young. He had ultra gas. I mean, what a way to come out there. And he's perfect for the job because he can get a lot of swings and misses. So, but at the same time, you don't want to have to do that too often.
No, and I don't think Francona will. You know, he's mentioned a few times that I might have to bring him in the 8th inning, but if he has to throw a lot of pitches, I can't go back with him in the 9th. But the game was on a line at that point, and it was amazing watching that. And, you know, when you see that happen, you wonder why in the world did they ever consider putting him back in the rotation. I mean, I was never a big fan of that. Apparently, they couldn't get a closer. They couldn't find a guy that could do that. And so I was so happy when they put him back in the bullpen because, you know, that's probably a lost game. They lose that game if it's not for Papelbon.
You know, it is amazing as we sit here. They were talking about Brad Lidge, and he's been giving it up. They were talking about Dotel. They were talking about Gagne, who's injured. This was the best available guy. He should be their closer.
Well, you know, taking nothing away from Mariano Rivera, but Rivera's up there in age now. And, you know, he's not quite as dominant as he once was. This guy could be the best in the business right now.
True.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to let you get upstairs. Get ready for the opening day ceremony.
It's cold out here.
It's cold out here. Grab a Rem Dog and head up as you warm up. If you have Sox appeal, we want to know about it. If you're single and over 40, come to Great Expectations in Newton on Sunday, April 22nd at 3 o'clock for a special 40-plus Sox appeal casting call. Try out for the show and meet other Boston area singles at Great Expectations, where they're building meaningful relationships 2 people at a time. Time to stay in the game with Just for Men hair color. Jimmy Rollins of Philadelphia made a key error as the Mets rallied for 7 runs in the 8th, winning their home opener 11-5 yesterday. After the error, all-star shortstop was serenaded with chants of Jimmy Rollins for more than 56,000, the largest opening day attendance in Mets history. Stay in the game with Just for Men hair color.
One morning you wake up and there it is, gray hair. And you wonder, will people see me for who I really am? How do you break out of that?
Just for Men stops gray from hiding who you are. Easy, with 5-minute Target Gray technology.
Today's a whole new ballgame. And then you wonder, why did I ever put up with gray hair?
Let the real you come through. Stay in the game with Just for Men.
Acura helps you advance. But before you advance, come in early for the New England Acura dealers Advantage during our spring sales event. Advantage 1, an amazing lease price on the new 2007 Acura TL. 2, an endless online inventory, assuring you'll find the Acura of your choice. 3, special financing as low as 1.9% APR. 4, 7 great locations with over 2,000 new and certified pre-owned Acuras. Advance with the New England Acura dealers.
We spend approximately 1 hour getting ready for the day. 8.5 hours making other people happy. and 50 minutes just trying to get home, which leaves very little time for this. At TD Bank North, we're making banking faster, easier, hassle-free, because your time is as valuable as your money. We're TD Bank North.
Do you want to boost your sales? You can with Time Warner Cable Media Sales. It's fast and effective. Just listen.
Advertising with Time Warner has given me now waiting lists on Friday and Saturday nights and much more business during the week.
Let our team of advertising experts get you bigger results and maximize your advertising budget. Get on track with Time Warner Cable Media Sales today. Call 942-3287.
The sports arena advertises with Time Warner, and so should you.
All right, let's check out the Fenway forecast here at the ballpark. You can see the wind is blowing a high of 48 degrees today. That'll be where we are right around the first pitch. Tomorrow will be a little bit warmer during the day, but not so much at night. We'll be down near the freezing mark when Daisuke Matsuzaka makes his first home start. And then we could be talking about some rain, snow, and all that good stuff. Talking about Major League Baseball with Nick Gafardo. And, you know, we've been talking about A-Rod since the end of last season. Would he come back to the Yankees? Will he opt out of his contract? One thing we know, he's hitting home runs.
He's hitting home runs, and I'll take him here next year if they want to do that. But I saw A-Rod a lot in spring training, and the thing I got from a lot of the baseball people who saw him, the one thing they said was he looks like he did in Texas. You know, so that's a sign that he might be back to being an MVP-type player. He's definitely hitting the home runs. And he's hit them to all fields, too, right. You know, like he usually does when he's hot. So we'll see if it can last the whole time.
You know, because of what happened with Papelbon and this whole situation with the closer, you see what's happening in Texas again with Brad Lidge. I mean, there's a guy that I would have taken in a heartbeat and still might. And now he's out of the closer's job. And I was watching how he's throwing. I mean, you know, he's still throwing 96 miles an hour, still has that nasty breaking ball. This has got to just be a little bump in the road here. I can't imagine him not closing the rest of the year.
Well, you know, he had the bump last year, too. I mean, one of the reasons they brought Dave Wallace in is because they wanted to straighten Lidge out, and Wallace couldn't do it. And I talked to Wallace about it, and he really loves Dan Wheeler, who's taken over as the closer spot. He really thinks he's the guy. A lot of people thought it was Brad Qualls, but Wallace said, no, Wheeler's got the closer stuff. And, you know, I don't know about Lidge. I don't know if he's going to make it back. It's a mental thing. It's location. It's a strange thing.
And it's because a bump in the road. It's not the first bump in the road.
Right,
we went through this last year.
Yeah, I think maybe the Albert Pujols stuff got to him.
Ever since that
ever since then,
game.
he's gone downhill completely.
You do wonder, though, if a change of venue, sometimes that's all it takes. Get the guy out of a situation.
I mean, the stuff is there. I mean, it's not like he's not throwing good.
He's throwing hard. He's nasty still. He's just hanging pitches up in the zone. What do you do about that?
I know, it's true.
Well, like you said, you'd still take him. Even with a closer, he'd be a heck of a guy to add to the bullpen somewhere. You know, I'm sure there'll be conversations.
Reminds me of Williamson that we had that one year.
Exactly right. You can use them in different roles. All right, Nick, we're going to let you get out there. Opening ceremony coming up. Nick Gafardo with us from the Boston Globe. And I'll tell you, like Golfers Warehouse, improve your season. With the Golfers Warehouse, your game day just got better sweepstakes. Go to NESN.com and click on the contest logo. Enter a chance to win a NESN All Access Pass at an upcoming home game and a $500 Golfers Warehouse gift card. Enter today, because with Golfers Warehouse, your game just got better. Time now for a Sports Desk update as we head back to our SNHD Television Center.
Hi, everybody. Here's what we're working on for tonight's edition of Sports Desk, presented by FW Webb, home of Frank Webb's Bat Centers. Of course, we'll recap all of this afternoon's opening day festivities, as well as give you a sneak peek at the Sox welcome home dinner. Also, former Patriot Darryl Stingley is laid to rest, and the Celtics in action against the Atlanta Hawks. We'll see you tonight. The pregame report continues right after this.
Olympia Sports is your majestic headquarters, featuring the new thermobase technology that insulates while maintaining temperature control. Get it at Olympia Sports. Shop with confidence, satisfaction guaranteed.
Have you heard about the benefits of a reverse mortgage? If you're a homeowner, 62 years or older, and would like to supplement your monthly income, a reverse mortgage could be the key to living comfortably in retirement. U.S. government-insured reverse mortgages allow seniors to convert the equity in their home into cash without having to move or make monthly loan payments. We offer a free information kit and video explaining everything you need to know about a reverse mortgage.
Call 800-300-4519.
You own your own business and wear all the hats. But when was the last
last time you got a little recognition? Well, here's something just for you. Sovereign Business Owner Banking. You can get free business checking, 300 free monthly transactions, and no minimum balance. Plus, your first order of checks free. We'll even add the rewards of our best personal checking account free. Sovereign Business Owner Banking.
Does that work for you?
Hey, mister. You know the best way to get tickets?
Sure. You use this thing here called a telephone wire.
Gee, a telephone wire. How does that work?
Well, you pick up the phone, see? And you dial 1-800-MY-SEATS.
Yeah, but how do I know I'm getting the best seats? At Ace Tickets, they always have the best seats at the best prices. Because when you call, they search through their high-tech database for the best seats and always at the best value. So call today. Operators are standing by.
Olympia Sports is your majestic headquarters, featuring the new thermal-based technology that insulates while maintaining temperature control. Get it at Olympia Sports. Shop with confidence, satisfaction guaranteed.
Time for our Sovereign Bank player profile, J.D. Drew. What a great start. A .391 average. Has played in all 6 games, has hit in all 6 games. 9 hits already on the season. For the new number 7, that'll make his right field debut. Back out to the field right now. Here's Tina Cervasia.
Tom, time to go inside the Red Sox clubhouse. Joining me from the Boston Globe is Gordon Eads, our Red Sox insider for the home opener. And Gordon, today we learned Mike Timlin is activated off the 15-day DL, and Javier Lopez is optioned to AAA Pawtucket. Now, what can Mike Timlin do for this bullpen that did show some weaknesses in Texas?
Well, I mean, Tito made it very clear, Tina, that Timlin is going to be the bridge to Papelbon. He's going to be the 8th inning guy, and that's probably going to settle some of these other roles. He also made it very clear that Javi Lopez got option out, not because he didn't pitch well on the road trip, because he did, but it's a numbers game. He had options left.
In a few minutes, we're about to see the Impossible Dream Team get introduced. So 1967 manager Dick Williams is here. And I'm looking at Terry Francona in the dugout right now. What kind of relationship does the current manager have with Dick Williams?
Well, he hasn't talked to him much. You know, he played for him at one time, Tina, and he said he ran into him at a B game a couple of years ago, and he said he probably talked more to Dick then than he did when he played for him, but he has tremendous respect for him, and how can you not have respect for Dick Williams and the job he did here in 67?
Gordon, good seeing you here on our home opener inside Fenway Park. We now send it back out to Yawkey Way. Tom?
Thank you, Tina, and we are joined by Red Sox President and CEO Larry Lucchino. You were asking hat or no hat. It's opening day. You got to wear the cap,
day,
you know?
You got to celebrate this day.
Does it still get the juices flowing for you? Is there still nothing like opening day?
This is my 27th opening day, and somehow they get it even. This one's even more exciting. Maybe it's the all of the buzz, this whole off season. It's all of the Fenway Park improvements every year that makes opening day in Boston a little special. So we're all pretty excited, but it's a challenging day too.
How do you feel about this team? The new guys, Lugo, debut Drew, a lot of money there. Now Papelbon back in the bullpen.
I actually feel pretty good about this team. Eck, I think that it's not without its question marks, to be sure. But we were determined last off-season not to repeat the malaise of September when the games didn't really matter and we were out of the hunt. Our goal is to play October baseball every year, and so we spent some money in the off-season and approached it, I think, in a rather aggressive way, because we want to be playing in October. But that doesn't mean we've got a perfect team, that we've got the depth or the balance that's ideal, but we have some talent, and if these guys have some bounce back years, some good years, we'll be playing in October, knock on wood.
You spent some money in the offseason. A decent portion of that will be on the mound tomorrow night. Have you ever felt there's almost a feeling here of like 2 opening days? There seems to be as much anticipation for tomorrow night as there is for today.
Well, that's very interesting, because historically in baseball, the second home date is the toughest game to sell. In most places, you'll see a sellout on opening day or 40,000 plus, and if you check the next day, you'll see 10, 12, 15, 20. That's certainly not the case here tomorrow. The ticket tomorrow is as hot as the ticket today, and there'll be plenty of excitement. I would say one thing to ticket holders out there, and that is that there's some uncertainty about the weather on Thursday, so people should pay close attention today or tomorrow, just in case there's a need for us to adjust the Thursday starting time and to possibly change the Thursday date. There's snowstorms coming in, and Seattle doesn't come back to Boston.
Now you see Seattle coming in here. They haven't played in like 4 days out of Cleveland. They got snowed out or whatever it is. I don't know if you have what kind of influence you have on the scheduling. I know it's got to be difficult at the start of the season, but what do you think? They try to schedule guys in domes or West Coast?
Absolutely. There used to be a real policy to do that a few years ago, warm weather or dome openers. But some things have changed. One is the unbalanced schedule. Two is the interleague play, the proliferation of that. And it makes it very hard to schedule everything. We've got unbalanced teams, 16 in one league, 14 in the other. So the scheduling complications are enormous. But you're right, this shouldn't happen. The idea of Seattle coming in and then not coming back this year, it's just, it may mean for real scrambling and adjustments this week.
And Year 7 doesn't have a retractable roof in the plans right now.
No, Year 7 of Fenway Improvements does not and will never include a retractable roof.
Congratulations on all the work in the offseason. Enjoy the day.
Thank you very much.
Larry
Great to have you
Lucchino
here.
with us here as we get ready for the ceremonies. Now just a few moments away tomorrow morning. You can read about it in the Boston Globe coverage of the opener and a preview of the historic matchup between Daisuke and Ichiro. We're back with more as opening day from Fenway continues after this.
Check that one.
At Legal Seafoods, we do whatever it takes to bring you the finest Alaska wild salmon. Remember, if it isn't fresh, it isn't legal.
The Subaru Dealers of New England All-Wheel Deal sales event is going on now. Buy a brand new 2007 all-wheel drive Subaru Forester, Car and Driver's best small SUV for the past 3 years in a row, and get $2,000 cash back plus 1.9% financing. Buy a new Forester for only $19,395. Go to newenglandsubaru.com for a list of local dealers. Feel the freedom with $2,000 cash back plus 1.9%.
Guys, you had to know this was coming.
Actually, we feel blindsided. We just weren't expecting you to block us.
Well, after last week's episode, what am I going to do? There are children in this house, Marcelo. You're telling me y'all going to go straight and start acting like kittens? Stop shivving each other in the prison yard?
Shanking.
What?
It's a verb. To shank.
Look, I'm not asking you to change your ways. I'm just blocking you so the kids can't see. Now, who wants lemonade?
We spend approximately 1 hour getting ready for the day. 8.5 hours making other people happy. And 50 minutes just trying to get home, which leaves very little time for this. At TD Bank North, we're making banking faster, easier, hassle-free, because your time is as valuable as your money. We're TD Bank North.
Take a look at the starting aces brought to you by acetickets.com. Your seats are waiting at 1-800-MY-SEATS. It'll be Josh Beckett making his second start of the year, and making his Mariners debut is Jeff Weaver, who of course started last year with the Angels and wound up winning the decisive game in the World Series for the Cardinals. Take a look at our new Nested HD Yawkey Way stage here, and we take a look at Josh Beckett. 5 innings of work, looked very good at times, looked like he struggled with his command. What were your thoughts on Josh Beckett?
Well, the thing about Beckett, we're probably going to talk about it every time he goes out there, is that he's got to mix in that breaking ball. You know, this is a tough time for that breaking ball with the weather like it is, and it was the same in Kansas City, but he can't get away from it. He's got to keep throwing that breaking ball, and I hope he continues to progress like that. But at the same time, this guy's got a 95 to 100 mile an hour burner, so you can't deny that this guy is absolutely overpowering. But I think he's learned a lot from last year, and we'll be monitoring him as we go along.
All right, he's just about ready to take the mound, but first it is the opening ceremony as we go to the PA announcer, Carl Bean.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to Fenway Park for Opening Day 2007, presented by Verizon Wireless. We now introduce your Masters of Ceremony, Don Orsillo and Dave O'Brien.
Thank you, Carl Bean, and welcome to Opening Day 2007. And welcome to one of the new members of your Red Sox broadcasting lineup, a Quincy native, an ESPN star, and now one of the radio play-by-play announcers on 680 AM WRKO Radio. Welcome, Dave O'Brien.
Thank you, Don. And what a thrill it is to celebrate the 95th anniversary of Fenway Park, America's most beloved ballpark. And how about a tip of the cap to Dave Meller and the tireless grounds crew for a gorgeous field behind us today.
And again, Fenway has marvelous improvements, such as Jordan's third base deck and Canigliaro's corner in right field. Those new bleachers pay tribute to Tony C. and the 40th anniversary of the Impossible Dream champions of 1967, whom we're going to honor today and throughout the season. But first, let's meet our teams of 2007.
For the visiting Seattle Mariners, we welcome the manager, number 21, Mike Hargrove. Mike's starting lineup, leading off, playing center field, number 51, Ichiro Suzuki. Batting second, playing third base, number 29, Adrian Beltre. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 3, Jose Vidro. Batting fourth, playing left field, number 28, Raul Ibanez. Batting fifth, playing first base, number 44, Richie Sexton. Hitting sixth, the right fielder, number 6, Jose Guillen. Batting seventh, the catcher, warming up in the bullpen, number 2, Kenji Jojima. Batting eighth, playing shortstop, number 5, Unieski Betancourt. Batting ninth, playing second base, number 4, Jose Lopez. And the starting pitcher for the Mariners this afternoon, warming up in the bullpen, number 36, Jeff Weaver. And now the Seattle reserves. Outfielder, number 9, Jason Ellison. Catcher, number 15, Jamie Burke. Infielder, number 16, Willie Bloomquist. Pitcher, number 20, J.J. Putz. Infielder, number 23, Ben Broussard. Pitcher, number 26, Horacio Ramirez. Pitcher, number 33, Chris Rietsma. Pitcher, number 34, Felix Hernandez. Pitcher, number 35, Brandon Morrow. Pitcher, number 40, Julio Mateo. Pitcher, number 43, Miguel Batista. Pitcher, number 46, Sean White. Pitcher, number 49, Jake Woods. Pitcher, number 52, George Sherrill. Pitcher, number 56, Jared Washburn. The Mariners pitching coach, number 27, Rafael Chavez. Third base coach, number 13, Carlos Garcia. First base coach, number 47, Mike Goff. The bench coach, number 8, John McLaren. The hitting coach, number 45, Jeff Pentland. The bullpen coach, number 41, Jim Slayton. The strength and conditioning coach, Alan Werdela. The trainers, Rick Griffin, Rob Nodine, and Takayoshi Muramito. The physical therapist, Jason Steer. Equipment managers, Ted Walsh and Bill Sepich. Video coordinator, Carl Hamilton. And last but not least, the bat boy, Bobby Harrington. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2007 Seattle Mariners.
And now, welcome home your 2007 Boston Red Sox. We start with the manager, number 47, Terry Francona. And now, the starting lineup. Leading off, speedy new shortstop, number 23, Julio Lugo. Batting second, playing first base, number 20, Kevin Youkilis. Batting third, the designated hitter, Big Papi, number 34, David Ortiz. Batting fourth, the future Hall of Famer, left fielder number 24, Manny Ramirez. Batting fifth, playing right field, welcome number 7, J.D. Drew. Hitting sixth, the third baseman, number 25, Mike Lowell. Batting seventh, the catcher and the captain in the bullpen, number 33, Jason Varitek. Batting eighth, the fleet center fielder, number 10, Coco Crisp. And batting ninth, number 15, the rookie second baseman, Dustin Pedroia. And the starting pitcher, warming up in the bullpen, number 19, Josh Beckett. And now let's meet the rest of the Red Sox. First baseman and outfielder, number 12, Eric Hinsky. The versatile infielder, number 13, Alex Cora. And how excited we are to welcome this young man to his new home, pitcher number 18, Taisuke Matsuzaka. Outfielder, number 22, Willie Mo Pena. Catcher, number 28, Doug Mirabelli. A new left-hander, number 32, J.C. Romero. Right-handed pitcher, number 36, Joel Pinheiro. Please welcome another lefty, another new pitcher from Japan, number 37, Hideki Okajima. Forever a World Series hero, number 38, Curt Schilling. Another young right-hander, number 39, Kyle Snyder. This next Red Sox pitcher about to begin his 13th season in Red Sox uniform, the elder statesman, number 49, Tim Wakefield. One of the most durable, dependable, and dedicated players of our time, right-handed reliever, number 50, Mike Timlin. Starter or reliever, he's number 51, Julian Tavares. Another bullpen member, number 53, Brendan Donnelly. The closer, number 58, Jonathan Papelbon. The new first base coach, number 16, Luis Alicea. The new pitching coach in the bullpen, number 52, John Farrell. Third base coach, number 35, DeMarlo Hale. The new hitting coach, number 29, Dave Magadan. The bench coach, number 2, Brad Mills. And in the bullpen, new bullpen coach, number 57, Gary Tuck. Now please welcome the man who wore the Red Sox uniform 65 years ago. Still vital, still spry, and still looking good. 87-year-old, welcome Johnny Pesky. The medical director, Dr. Thomas J. Gill. Head trainer, Paul Lassard. And assistant trainers, Mike Reynolds and Masai Takahashi. Strength and conditioning coach, David Pay. Rehabilitation coordinator, Scott Waugh, and massage therapist, Russell Nua and Takanori Maida. Major League Sports Psychology coach, Don Cockstein. Major League staff member, Eno Guerrero. In the bullpen catcher, Alex Martinez. Traveling secretary, Jack McCormick. Equipment manager, Joe Cochran, and assistant manager, Edwin Pookie Jackson. The visiting clubhouse manager, Tom McLaughlin. Video coordinator, Billy Broadbent. Interpreter, Masafumi Hashino. And the bat boy, Chris Cundiff. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2007 Boston Red Sox.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your caps. A year ago, we welcomed members of our American League champions from 1946, and it would be the last time we would have that honor of seeing two of them. Won't you please join us in observing a moment of silence in memory of dear Charlie Wagner and his teammate, longtime Boston College coach Eddie Pellegrini. In addition, we remember the late Buck O'Neill, Ed Kenny, Corey Lytle, baseball commissioner Bowie Kuhn, Celtics greats Red Auerbach and Dennis Johnson, and former New England Patriots member Darryl Stingley, who passed away last week. Let's remember them all with a moment of silence. Thank you. We now welcome our color guards representing each element of the armed forces. In a few minutes, 4 F-16 jets flown by the Green Mountain Boys of Vermont Air National Guard will fly over the Green Monster. And now, to honor America, we welcome an American icon, multiple Grammy Award winner, and one of the most popular singers of our time. He's here today with his dad, who is a longtime Red Sox fan. Won't you please welcome Mr. Harry Connick Jr.
majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea, from sea to shining sea.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we look around this full and beautiful park, we must always remember it wasn't always this way. The pageantry, the crowds, the sellouts. That's why throughout 2007, we will celebrate that unforgettable season in Red Sox history, 1967. The Sox had gone 20 years without a pennant. There was no hope in sight. Only 8,000 fans cared enough to come to a cold opening day. The chances of winning a pennant, an impossible dream. But those were exciting times in America. A new generation was coming of age, taking charge, all abuzz about the Beatles' latest record album. And the excitement spread to Fenway, where against all odds, a peppery sergeant turned a lonely Hearts Club into a band of brothers. The manager believed in his players, and they believed in themselves, and the fans started believing too. They flocked to Fenway, fell in love with baseball, and filled Fenway with a fanaticism that flourishes today. As we celebrate the 40th anniversary of that pivotal year, we remember those who are no longer with us. As you see on the scoreboard, and we recognize how grateful we are to have so many come back and visit. And as we welcome them, we share Serenade with them and their theme song, sung by a fan of theirs. This Lawrence, Massachusetts native grew up adoring his Red Sox, believing in impossible dreams and discovering that impossible dreams come true. Please welcome Mr. Robert Goulet.
The impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try too weary to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for that heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest, and the world will be better for this, that one man, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with his last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable stars, to reach the unreachable
And now our 1967 champions will present the ceremonial first pitch to the 2007 Red Sox on the count of 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the 1967 American League champions, the Impossible Dream Team, the Boston Red Sox.
Make sure you get a good angle here.
And now to say the 2 words we have waited all winter to hear. Please welcome once more our beloved number 6, Johnny Pesky.
Play ball.
My neighbor drove all over town to find the best deal on a cell phone. I just logged on to Let's Talk. They make it easy to compare plans from all major carriers and find cell phone deals that are much